Welcome to the 2024 American Youth Football live seating draw at the Great Wolf Lodge in Naples, Florida. Tonight we will draw random seating digitally as opposed to in the past with the ping pong balls. You will see the digital seating software on the screen as Dee and Ben will be doing the seating on the boards behind us. Dee Grayer, what are you thinking tonight? What's going on?
Excited, man. Excited. We got a whole group of people in here at the Great Wolf Lodge that want to see everything that's going on, and get it going. So, Craig, I mean, these brackets are hot, so I can't wait to get to it.
Yeah, we're going to start with some of our brackets that have 6 teams, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, all the way up. And you're not going to see D2, then D1. You're going to see the brackets done by the numbers. That's how we're going to do it.
That's better because it's not the balls like we usually do. Craig has a high-tech electronic, and Ben and Craig got it together so we can get in, get it out, and get you guys knowing who's going to be playing who quicker.
I can't wait another minute, Dee Grayer.
Let's go.
I can't wait another minute. We have something that's been pretty much a surprise for a while here, but you guys asked for the hottest trophy in youth football. You didn't like ours, but you thought ours was, just a cookie cutter trophy. Well, there's no cookie cutter anymore. We have a custom national championship trophy to unveil, and this will go to all the winners, D3, D2, D1, and All-Stars this year. That is your 2024 American Youth Football National Championship Trophy. Weighs 16 pounds and is 3 foot tall. Custom embossed with the logo in it. No nameplates, all etched in the trophy.
Right,
try to pick that up, D. Show them. That thing's heavy.
Oh, yeah. So you get to hoist it up. Let's go. Now my back is broke.
All right. Without further ado, let's get to what everybody's on here for. Let's find out who's playing who in round 1.
All right, let's get it going. We'll take the trophy out of the way. We have Ben Jaffe, Desert Mountain Regional Chairman and head of NYS Nevada, getting it going. So we will start with 11U D3. And we'll just start writing it up and pulling. So Craig is on the deal. We have everything up, Ben. All right.
All right, D, you're going to have to tell us who's in the hopper first because I can't see the board from here. All right, we're going to go out. So, guys, the number 1 is Woodbridge Raiders out of Delaware. I'm going to spin the slot machine here, and whatever number comes out, it'll remove that number, and then it'll spin the rest of them. So
Let me explain this bracket. This is a 16 bracket. The 1 and 2 have buys. All right. So if you put the 7 and 8, right? All right.
No, I have 6. I have 6 balls.
6
on the
balls.
machine.
So we'll pick the 6 numbers.
Here we go.
I will be the team that's not.
Woodbridge Raiders in the 6th spot. Who's up next? The Marana Thunder out of Arizona with the 2 spot. Drawing the bye. 760 Elite out of California with the 1. Rockford Renegades out of Illinois. The 3 spot. We got a matchup, right?
Rockford Woodbridge,
round 1. Westchester Untouchables out of New York with the 4. And I'll spin it just to spin it. But Plymouth with the 5. So Plymouth versus versus Westchester. And that's your
all right.
D3.
So Ben will get the next one ready. So 760 Elite and Marana drew a bye. First round. Matchup, first round, Westchester versus Plymouth and Rockford versus Woodbridge. That's the first one out the box. So we'll get ready for the next.
All right, we got another 16 bracket coming up. Give Ben a second to write them up, and we'll be ready to go. We're going out with 13U Division 3, followed by 14U Division 1. Who's the first one out? I'll start spinning.
760
760 Elite out of California with the 4. The Idaho Hit Squad coming out next with the 6. Manchester East Cobras out of New Hampshire with the 3.
Manchester, Idaho.
North Lawndale out of Illinois with the 5. Snow Hill Eagles out of Maryland with the 1, or Delaware, I'm not sure. And Woodbridge with the 2. That's your D3 13U bracket.
All right. Snow Hill and Woodbridge drew the bye. 760 Elite versus Lawndale, and Manchester versus Idaho. That's a 16 bracket for that division.
We got one more 16 bracket out of the hopper. 14U Division 1. Who's my first guy up? CYA Gators out of Philly with the 3 spot. Maryland Heat with the 2 in the bye. OG Ducks coming up. OG with the 1 in the bye. Sarasota Sun Devils from Florida with the 6. So that's Sarasota CYA matchup already, right? Vegas Strong with the 4. And that leaves Westside Cubs with the 5.
All right. OG Ducks and Maryland Heat with the byes. Then we have Vegas Strong, Westside Cubs, CYA Gators versus Sarasota.
All right, we got 18 brackets coming up. 6U Division 1 coming up. 18 bracket. Blackhawk Athletic Club out of Philly. 6U D1, first one up. The 8 spot. The Glen Lee Lions out of Virginia with the 1. It's a matchup, right? Out the gate, 1-8. Blackhawks, Glen Lee. Maryland Heat with the 3. Midwest Hawks out of Illinois with the 5.
North Carolina Giants.
Coach is in the back of the room here watching live. Here we go, Coach. 6. I think that's a matchup set, right? And Maryland Heat out the gate. RCU out of Houston. RCU with the 2. Valley Boys out of Cali with the 4. Miami Garden Ravens with the 7. Let's get those matchups, D.
All right. 6U D1. Glen Lee and the Blackhawks. Valley Boys Midwest. Maryland and the North Carolina Giants. And RCU and Miami Ravens. Nice bracket.
Fire. All right, 7U D1, 18 bracket.
D1, starting with DMVU.
DMVU. NWO with 18 bracket. Hang on, I just got to reset this thing. All right. DMVU, NWO, Coach Big Dummy, he calls himself, with the 1 seed.
That's the one?
That's the 1.
Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes.
Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes coming out with the 8. We got a matchup right off the hop. DMVU and the Hurricanes.
Legacy U.
Legacy U, Horned Frogs out of Ohio with a 2. Guys, we got to keep it down. Matthew Dickey TTG up next out of Missouri with the 6. Primetime Elite out of North Carolina with the 3. The Rosedale Tigers out of D.C. with the 4. The South Jersey Go-Getters with the 5. Leaving the 7 spot to the West 7 Rams out of Detroit.
All right. We got DMVU in Fort Lauderdale, Rosedale in South Jersey, PTE and Matthew Dickey, Legacy U and the West 7 Rams.
All right, D2-8U coming up. D2-8U. Switching over to D2. 18 bracket. Ready to roll? The City Life Raptors on the clock. City Life draws the 2. The DMVU Outlaws next up out of Virginia with a 5. The Hit Stick Boys from Nevada, 6. The Lee Summit Chiefs out of Missouri, Kansas City, with an 8. The Lynn Rams out of Mass with the 1. The Northport Huskies out of Florida with the 4. The Oakland Dynamites out of California with the 3. And the River Boys out of Savannah, Georgia with the 7. The defending national champs, I believe.
All right.
9UD2 next up. 18 bracket.
Recap this one. Lynn Rams and Lee Summit. Northport versus DMVU. Oakland Dynamite versus the Hit Stick Boys. City Life versus River Boys.
All right. 9UD2 next up. You ready to go? Detroit City Lions with the 4. The Las Vegas 49ers with the 8. The Oak Grove Pirates out of North Carolina with the 3. The Oakland Dynamites with the 1. The River Boys out of Savannah, Georgia with the 2. Secret Society Panthers out of Maryland with the 6. Sorry, I jumped the gun there, boys. It went quick. Tell me if you caught up. Springfield Tigers out of Connecticut with the 7. leaving the 5 spot to the Westport Patriots out of Maryland.
All right. Oakland Dynamite versus Las Vegas Raiders. Detroit City versus Westport. Oak Grove versus the Secret Society Panthers. And the River Boys versus Springfield. Springfield, Mass, that is.
Conference All-Stars 14U next. Arizona AYF, first one up. The 2 for Arizona. Blackstone Valley out of Rhode Island draws the 6. Central Florida next up with the 5. Central Massachusetts coming out with the 3. Greater Illinois with the 1. Michigan Youth Football with the 4. NYS Nevada with the 8. And the last one, the defending champs, NJAYF, with the 7.
Conference All-Star. Greater Illinois versus NYS Nevada. Michigan versus Central Florida. Central Mass versus Blackstone Valley. Arizona AYF Phoenix All-Stars versus New Jersey Shore All-Stars.
All right, 10U Conference All-Stars next up. Guys, Varsity Media is the only official live stream partner of American Youth Football. The deal of the week, 10 or more orders of the Varsity Media Pass, and it's only $50 per person. Regular price, $99. You get live streaming of every game. You get announcers in the play-by-play during the stream of all winners bracket games starting the second round, plus on-demand viewing. Order at varsitymediapass.com. All right, we made the partner happy. Now let's move on to what you guys care about. No, I'm just kidding. While he's pointing at me and yelling at me at the camera.
We appreciate being in
Conference All-Stars 10U. I have no glasses on, so I can't even see them. Arizona All-Stars 10U. Number 1 for Arizona. The black and gold out of Midland, Texas with the 6. Central Massachusetts with the 3. Delmarva out of Delaware with the 4. Greater Illinois with the 2. Michigan Youth Football, 7. Piedmont out of North Carolina with the 5, leaving VAFA out of Virginia with the 8 spot. Conference All-Stars 10U.
Go. We got Trav. All right. Arizona YFL, Phoenix All-Stars versus VAFA, Virginia. Delmarva versus Piedmont. Central Mass versus Midland. And Greater Illinois versus Michigan. A Midwest battle.
10U D2 next up. You ready, boys? The JL Patriots out of Ohio up on the clock. JL with the 1. The Las Vegas Hawks with the 5. Las Vegas Hawks, my fault. The New Britain Raiders PAL out of Connecticut with the 2. The Newcastle Jaguars out of Delaware with the 4. The Tampa Bay Tar Heels. 4 was Newcastle Jaguars. 5 was the Tampa Tar Heels in the 8 spot. They're the 8 spot. Caught up? Yep. Richmond Steelers out of California. Yep. Richmond with the 7.
Yep.
The River Boys out of Savannah, Georgia. Number 6. And the Secret Society Panthers out of Maryland with the 3.
All right. 10UD2. The JL Patriots versus the Tampa Tar Heels. Newcastle versus the Las Vegas Hawks. Secret Society Panthers versus the River Boys. New Britain and the Richmond Steelers. Close it out. Good bracket.
11UD2. Whoa. Boom. There goes the easel. Still got a couple more 18 brackets, 3 more to go. Then we'll shift. Actually, we'll shift to 7s after that. First one out is going to be the Cedar Crest Comets when they're ready out of Texas. Cedar Crest with the 6. Gin Elite out of Ohio with the 7. The Henderson Cowboys out of Nevada with the 8. The New Britain Pal out of Connecticut with the 2. The Oakland Dynamites with the 1. The Old Town Gators from Maryland with the 5. Old Town. Powerhouse Hawks out of Virginia with the 4. Leaving the River Boys with the 3.
All right. Oakland Dynamites versus the Henderson Cowboys. Powerhouse Hawks versus the Old Town Gators. The River Boys versus Cedar Crest, the Comets. And New Britain versus Gin Elite.
My show. 12UD2 up next. The Ohio Armor Navy, otherwise known as the Wavy Navy, they call themselves, first out the gate. We got a 2 for Ohio Armor Navy. The Arizona Champions with the 1. The Cedar Crest Comets with the 7. I think we got a Wavy Navy Cedar Crest Comet round 1. The Germantown Ducks out of Maryland with a 5. Olympus out of New Jersey with the 8. And I think that's the Arizona Champions and Olympus out the gate. Springfield Tigers out of Connecticut with the 6. Tierra Santa Cougars out of California with the 4. And the Tri-County Elite with the 3. That's your 12UD2 bracket. Moving into 14U D2 after D gives you the recap.
All right, 12U D2. AZ Champions versus Olympus, Tierra Santa Cougars, and the Germantown Ducks, the Tri-County Elite and the Springfield Tigers, and Ohio Armor Navy versus Cedar Crest Comets.
14U D2. The Baker County Wildcats are on the clock out of the Jacksonville area. Baker County with the 1. 14U D2. The D-Town Steelers out of Dallas with the 2. Yes. East Side Colts out of Michigan with the 7. East Side Colts 7. The Mattapan Patriots out of Massachusetts with the 3. The Palmdale Knights out of California with the 8. The Spring Valley Hornets out of New York with the 5. The Program out of Toledo, Ohio with the 4. Leaving the 6 to the Toms River Warriors out of New Jersey. And we're more than halfway done.
Going a little faster than previous years with the automatic.
A lot faster.
All right, we got Baker County versus Palmdale, the Program versus Spring Valley, Mattapan Patriots versus Tom's River, the D-Town Steelers, and the Eastside Colts.
D2 14U. We're going to go 6U D2. This is a 7-team bracket, as unfortunately a team had to pull out this week for extenuating circumstances. So we'll go with a 7U bracket, a 17 bracket, which will have a bye for the number 1 seed. Correct, D?
Right.
All right. Well, that's
As it pulls,
yeah, but that.
and the 8 will be the bye.
So 8 will be the bye team. 8 will be the bye team. Correction. Division 2 6U, the Germantown Ducks with the 5. The Norview Cardinals out of Virginia with the 6. Primetime Elite 336 with the 2. The Richmond Steelers with the 1. The River Boys with the 7. No, well, no, yeah, 7. I'm sorry. Ohio Spartans Elite with the 3. And the Westport Patriots with the 4.
All right, this division has a bye, and that bye goes to the Richmond Steelers. Then we have a matchup, Westport Patriots versus Germantown Bucks. The Ohio Spartans Elite versus Norview, PTE 336 versus the River Boys.
We're going to 13U D2, another 7-team bracket because of another team pulling the plug at the last minute.
Same deal. Whoever draws the 1 will have the bye.
Gets the bye. The 1 gets the bye. The Arizona Suns are up with a 4. Olympus out of New Jersey with the 2. The Rosedale Cowboys with the 3. San Diego Bolts with the 1. The Sarasota Sun Devils with the 5. I have a pacing regional director with Tourette's behind me. The Springfield Tigers with the 6. I'm sorry, with the 7, D. My bad. With the 7. I jumped the gun. And the West Side Cubs with the 6.
Just made the shot. I just put him on camera.
You want everybody to see what I was talking about?
I did. I put him on.
We just lost 200 viewers. 7UD2.
All right. I'll recap this one, Craig.
Go ahead.
We got a bye with the San Diego Bolts. We got an out of that. The Arizona Suns versus Sarasota. The Rosedale Cowboys versus the West Side Cubs. And Olympus versus Springfield.
All right. 7UD2. Conference All-Stars 12U. And then the D1 brackets coming at you. 7UD2 is another 17 bracket, again, because somebody pulled the plug at the last minute. The Carolina Bulldogs out of North Carolina with the 2. The Old Town Ducks out of Detroit, Michigan with the 5. The Peppermill Pirates with the 7. The Powerhouse Hawks with the 4. The River Boys with the 6. The Springfield Tigers with the 3. Leaving the Sturgis Hornets out of Philly with the 1. All right. Now we're going to do a 9-team bracket that is my fault. With All-Stars, we took one too many teams, so we have a 9-team bracket. So
I'm going to recap this one here. So we have a bye with Sturgis. Then we have Powerhouse versus the Old Town Ducks. Springfield versus the River Boys. And North Carolina versus Peppermill.
All right, switching boards, 9-team bracket. Conference All-Stars, Arizona, AYF is on the clock. Here we go. Arizona with the 6. D, you want to explain the bye here? Who gets it?
Yes. So on this bracket, the one team gets the bye out the gate because it's a 9-team bracket. 4 teams will be playing. So those 8 teams will have games. One team with a bye. So whoever draws the one gets it.
You got the Arizona draw? Number 6. Black and Gold out of Midland, Texas. They were the 11U All-Star champs last year with the 2. Blackstone Valley out of Rhode Island with the 7. Central Massachusetts with the 1. Delmarva with the 4. Greater Illinois with the 9. Michigan Youth Football with the 8. New Hampshire with the 3. And NJAYF with the 5.
All right. That is a 9-team bracket, 12U Conference All-Stars. Central Mass drew the bye. Central Mass with the bye. New Jersey and Arizona. That's 12U and 14U matchups for those 2 teams. Delmarva and Blackstone. Black and Gold versus Greater Illinois. And New Hampshire versus Michigan.
All right, we got an 11-teamer. It's 9UD1 coming out.
So this bracket is similar to the 9-team bracket. You have 11-team bracket. The one does get the bye. There'll be 5 games. The remaining 10 teams will be playing.
Blackhawks
5 games.
Athletic Club out of Philly with the 6. Brick City Lions out of New Jersey with the 5. The Brooklyn Chiefs with the 10. DMVU No Limit with the 1. East Side Raiders out of Detroit with the 3. The Gorilla Mob out of Texas with the 9. The LSN Chiefs out of Kansas City with the 8. Legacy U Tar Heels out of Columbus, Ohio with the 7. The defending back-to-back AYF champs, PME Bears, with the 4. Primetime Elite 919 from North Carolina with the 2. Leaving the Ridge Road Titans out of the Maryland, D.C. area with the 11.
All right. DMVU No Limit drew the bye. Then you have Blackhawk Athletic and the Legacy U. Brick City versus the LSN Chiefs. PME Bears versus the Gorilla Mob. PTE 919 versus Ridge Road. And East Side versus Brooklyn.
All right, there we go. 12U D1 next up. It's another bracket that had 16 teams, and some guys just started dropping like
This
flies.
will be the
for whatever
same
reason.
situation.
Yep.
As
All right, 703 United out of Virginia. First one up. 703 with the 4 spot. Apex Black Wolves out of Nevada with the 7. The Benson Bruins out of Washington with the 8. Blackhawk Athletic Club out of Philly with the 3. The Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes out of Fort Lauderdale with the 1. And the Motown Chargers out of Detroit with an 11. The NTB Wolfpack out of Missouri with the 9. Piedmont Tigers from North Carolina with the 10. The Staten Island Hurricanes out of New York with the 6. The Watkins Bounty Boys with the 5 out of D.C., leaving the West United Gators out of Ohio with the 2. I'm sorry, where you at, Watkins?
Staten Island.
Staten Island, what number?
I know Watkins was 5, and West United was 2. So Watkins is whatever number we're missing there without going back to the video. Sorry, guys. Four divisions left. One more 11-team division, 13U Division 1.
All right, here we go. With the
Ready?
bye, let me recap this.
Oh.
Fort Lauderdale has a bye. Staten Island versus the Apex Black Wolves. Watkins versus the Benson Bruins. 703 United versus the NTP Wolfpack. West United versus Motown. And Blackhawk Athletic Club versus Piedmont.
When we're ready, 13U's out the gate will be the Blackhawks Athletic Club. You ready to go? All right. Blackhawks on the clock. Blackhawks with the 9. Certified South out of Missouri, 6. The Galveston County Sun Devils out of Texas with the 8. The Las Vegas Tribe with the 11. The defending national champs, the Miami Garden Ravens with the 5. Montgomery Village Chiefs out of Maryland with the 2. OG Ducks out of California with the 3. The Parkland Raiders out of Washington with the 4. Primetime Select Giants from North Carolina with the 10. The bye is still in there, right, D? The Southfield Falcons out of Michigan got the bye in the 1 spot. And the Watkins Hornets with the 7 spot out of DC. All right, we got 3 left. 10
All right.
UD1, 8 UD1, 11 U. You ready, D?
I'm going to recap
Go
this
ahead.
13 UD1.
Yep.
We got Southfield with the bye, who will be playing the winner of Certified South versus Watkins. We got the Miami Gardens Ravens versus Galveston, Parkland versus Blackhawk Athletic Club, the Montgomery Village Chiefs versus the Las Vegas Tribe, the OG Ducks versus Primetime Select.
Oof. That's a game right out the gate there.
And that is 13 UD1.
All right, we're going 12-team bracket. We need a 12. 10 UD1, 12 teams. The Benson Bruins will be the first ones out the gate. I got to change my number. Sorry. Here we go. Benson's on the clock with a 5. Blackhawks Athletic Club with the 11. No buys in this bracket. Everybody plays in round 1. The Brooklyn Chiefs with the 8. The MVU, the Ferrari boys, the defending national champs with the 2. Elite boys with the 1. Legacy U Hurricanes with the 10. The Mac Dolphins out of North Carolina with the 7. New Jersey Knights Elite with the 6. OG Ducks with the 4. PME Bears with the 12. Southfield Falcons with the 9. Leaving number 3 to the West Baltimore Ravens. Last 2 out the gate. We need boards for 14. Reggie, the board. We need number 14. You had one job, Reg.
I'm going to read this one. All right. We got a 12-team bracket, 6 games. Elite Boys versus the PME Bears. The OG Ducks versus Southfield Falcons. The West Baltimore Ravens versus Legacy U. Jersey Knights versus the Mac Dolphins. The DMVU Ferrari Boys versus Black Hawk Athletic Club. And the Benson Bruins versus the Brooklyn Chiefs. An East-West matchup.
Black Hawk Ferrari boy out the gate. 8UD1. 14 teams. Ready to roll?
Ben is writing.
Brooklyn Chiefs. Number 6 for the Brooklyn Chiefs. Fort Lauderdale Hurricanes with the 13. Frankfurt Chargers out of Philly with the 3. The Hampton Roads Ramblers with the 5. Herbert Hoover Dirty Bird Elite out of Missouri with the 8. Air Academy out of Washington with the 7. JL Patriots out of Ohio with the 4. The Bisons from Marshall Heights, D.C., 9. Mega out of California with the 2. The Midwest Hawks out of Illinois with the 11. North Carolina Giants with the 1. The Rosedale Tigers with the 12. Southfield Falcons with the 14. Leaving number 10 to Vegas Strong. All right, guys, last division, 11UD1. And we're going to put this long day to rest, getting set up for check-in.
Yes, I will recap this 14-team bracket. The North Carolina Giants versus Southfield Falcons. The Hampton Roads versus Vegas Strong. The JL Patriots versus the Midwest Hawks. Mega versus Fort Lauderdale. Air Academy versus the Dirty Bird Elite. The Brooklyn Chiefs versus the Marshall Heights Bison. And the Frankfurt Chargers versus the Rosedale Tigers.
All right. Real quick, guys. Check-in's 9 o'clock, Great Wolf Lodge Convention Center. There's nothing for sale here. No parent wristbands, no shirts. All that's at the park. Teams, come here as a team if you can. Get in and out. It's not as easy to come with. We don't need all the parents here tomorrow. There's really nothing for them to do. So if you can come with the teams, you get in and out quicker. Come in the morning if you're in town, and you'll be out real quick. Come at 4, 5, 6 o'clock, and it's a lot slower to get in and out of here because it gets busy. All right, last one out the gate, 11UD1. The Apex Black Wolves out of Nevada are up. Apex with the 10. Wait, something just that called the 10, right?
Yep.
You got to redo this. We got to redo it. It was only drawn 2 numbers. It went wrong. We got to restart that one.
I'll restart that one.
It only had 2 numbers on there. Apex with the 4. Blackhawks with the 12. Brick City Lions with the 1. Columbia Knights with the 14. DMVU with the 13. East End Tigers with the 11. Air Academy with the 2. Remember, guys, Varsity Media is the only live streamer. Deal of the week, 10 or more orders. Get the media pass for only $50 a person. You get all the streaming, all the announcing in the winners brackets, on-demand viewing. Order at varsitymediapass.com. All right, we're up. We got the East. We didn't do the East End Tigers yet, right, guys?
Yep.
East End Tigers are up.
They're 11. We got it.
Okay, Air. We did Air.
We did Air.
Miami Garden Ravens with the 10. The 4-time back-to-back champs. OG Ducks with the 7. Primetime Elite Bulldogs with the 8. Raising Havoc out of Texas with the 3. St. Louis Trackhawks with the 7. All right, I got to respin the wheel then. I didn't spin it. I'm sorry. 8 for Primetime Elite. 8. Yeah, 8. What number did they have? So it's Raising Havoc is the 8. Raising Havoc's 8. They were next. What? That's fine. There are 3. Raising Havoc's up. Okay, the St. Louis Trackhawks we have?
Yeah. No, they're not.
Okay, the Trackhawks are an 8. Okay. Guys, I screwed this all up at the end. All right. Trackhawks are a 5. Last bracket for me to ruin it. Top Dogs out of Ohio with the 6. West 7 Rams, 7. All right. Well, what's the number missing? Whatever the number. What? 9. Sorry, guys. This thing went a little haywire at the end, but.
All right, that's it.
All right, D, you
I'll
want to close it
recap
out? Recap it and close it out?
Recap this one here. All right. Brick City Lions versus the Columbia Knights. The Trackhawks versus the Miami Garden Ravens. The Apex Black Wolves versus the East End Tigers. Air Academy versus DMVU. The OG Ducks versus the PTE Bulldogs. The Top Dogs versus the West 7 Rams. And Raising Havoc against Black Hawk Athletic Club. And that'll do it. So we got it done quickly. More teams this year. Ready to get after it. Let's go. You guys got the matchups. Rewind it, look at it, get it going. Appreciate everybody for coming out, all of our volunteers, sponsors. Joe Galat, our man. We appreciate you guys. Let's go. Craig, good job. Thanks, Ben. Thanks, Brian. And we out. Cut. Blue 5.